All right, let's build your portfolio. We're going to use this template to collect and compile all this work. It is in a Google Sheet format so that in the future, if we want to, we are able to build a website with a ton of more robust data. And this is going to be the data that we use in order to really pack some power into our LinkedIn by adding it as media or links. So it's always helpful. Everything is repurposable and reusable. So some high level stuff in terms of the resources related to this project. You have the brief. We're looking at it right now. We have the portfolio inspiration, your version. Hopefully you've built that in the last activity. We also have the template that we're going to make a copy of in a second. We have the prompt that will allow us to collect, describe, categorize, and add some little tidbits of information about every single piece of either project material or first source, assets, everything. And then some other stuff in terms of the tools that you could potentially build your portfolio on, some examples of great portfolios, and an example of mine. I'm not saying my work is the best work out there, but it is what it is. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to make a copy of the portfolio template. So I'm going to open that up, hit File, make a copy, rename it, then drop it into your portfolio folder. I will probably end up changing these different elements depending on my role. Your role could be very different in terms of the main categories, but I'm going to leave those there for the time being. Again, the previous activity, we went super deep into the different types of stuff you can throw into your portfolio. So now it comes time to collect project assets, collect a lot of stuff that you've worked on before. I usually try to format every sheet that I build out by the same kind of structure. So it is resource name, it is URL, then description, then notes. I have actually built a prompt that allows us to do a lot better job of actually documenting everything. So we'll use that and I'll demonstrate in real time what that looks like. I always try to start with the most recent stuff because the further you go back, the less likely it is to be able to find everything. So let's use the prompt and I'll show you how I'm going to collect a previous blog post that I wrote for my own agency. Copy the prompt, control copy, and now we're going into ChatGPT. Again, I could use DeepSeek or any other LLM, Copilot, you name it. And I want to make sure that I'm collecting something that's meaningful. So I'm just going to do this example. This is examples of content creators. It's a long blog post that I built ages ago about the different types of content creators in every single company. I'm a big fan of content, as you can tell. Dropping that in there, it could provide additional info, but I'm going to see what happens. Great. So it's given me the article title, the URL, the description, a category, the type, and then notes. Really simple stuff. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put that under writing. Boom. In a different world, maybe I would put a date on it. It's really up to you, but these are the main areas that I would choose to put in there. Of course, I can always adjust, but it's as simple as that in terms of collecting. Now, let's say that I'm uncertain as to whether or not this website will be around in 6 months, 6 years, 6 days, who knows? I genuinely believe that it's great to back up locally. And so, yeah, I could highlight everything and that would be really messy. Or potentially I could do a full page screenshot. So let's do that. First, I have to be able to get a screenshotting tool that allows me to grab the entire full page. So now I'm grabbing the extension Go Full Page. It's free, and I can use it right away. Here's a quick example of me capturing the entire page of an article that I wrote ages ago. What it's doing right here is capturing the entire page. This is going to be sped up now, but you can see it's a very long article. This is what you come up with, which is basically, I know it's a really long article, but I now have a version of this entire article that is saved. And if this website ever goes down or goes away, then I got it. So I'm going to make sure that I download it. After I've downloaded the PDF locally, I want to be able to store it on my drive so I can give anybody access that wants to see it. I need to create a folder for the different types of content that I'm collecting. So I just added one for assets. This is an asset. I am creating one for articles. Maybe I'll do one for presentations. I don't know. I'm uploading this file. I've already saved it. And there we go. Once the file finishes uploading, I'm going to right click and click share, then copy link. And I'm going to drop this into my Google Sheets, which is my portfolio template. Now I have a URL that's in there that won't get lost and won't get deleted. It's important to note that it is possible that you didn't set the sharing correctly. This happens all the time. So you're going to hit share and look at that. It's not shared outside of me. So I need to click the share button, scroll down, and now it's shared with everyone. Everyone can view it. The last thing that I'll mention on this is, of course, naming conventions really help to stay structured and organized. This might be a little bit of over-engineering or overkill, but it does allow you to really stay super organized when building up tons and tons of assets to try to save everything. So I'm going to move on from that. The last thing that I want to focus on is just putting in the basic info that you should already have. So that is here. This is the second tab of your portfolio, and you're going to basically just take your basic info, including your regular CV, potentially a headshot if it's relevant, the website once you build it, some career highlights if it makes sense, years of experience, this kind of stuff. Really simple. This is the beginning of making a more robust portfolio, but it all starts with collecting a ton of projects and first source material. Thanks again for going through this, and we're continuing to the next module real quick.